Today I want to introduce you to 4 of my books. So it's a bit of a ad break, if you want to say that. The first book is called The Quiet Light. It has got nothing in front of it because it is a book about simplicity and how to live a simplistic life. It doesn't contain any reference to the runes, but if you practice the runes, this book tells you very much how to become present in the present day life. Then my true magnus opus, the real book, is the Havamal, or the 18 Sacred Runes of Odin's Havamal, where we look specifically at our Ramanan runes in very much detail. So if you really want to get behind whenever you want to get to what I'm talking about in these vlogs, this book goes in depth into that. It is a more theoretical book. I tried to write a book where I add theory and practice together, and it became too much, so we ended up with a theory book, and I am still writing and completing a practical book that can go with this book. I delve very deeply into the past of the runes, the mystery, but not really like a historian or a scholar. I look at it as a living, breathing, growing technology and way of life. And that is my approach. Every one of the runes, I deal with the rune symbol and the meanings, the Galder, etc. And then I continue with looking at the runes from 7 different perspectives. And that's really to give you a full and complete in-depth view of that rune. So I start off with Odin's rune song, and Odin's rune song is then translated into the runes and equivalent of the runes, and it creates a mythical context for the runes. I then delve deeper into the rune poems that I have discussed earlier, also in one of my vlog entries. We're looking at all 3 the rune poems, the Anglo-Saxon, the Norwegian, the Icelandic rune poem, try to see what those rune poems actually are saying about the rune. And then we move into the Havamal, because remember I said the transition or the difference between the Armanen system and the younger Futhark is that we are connecting it with the Havamal specifically. So we look at the Havamal connection next, and then we have got what we call a historical overview, where I look at all the different rune masters in the Armanen tradition. So we're looking at Kummer, we're looking at Spiesberger, we're looking at Guru von List, Rudolf John Gorsleben, basically everybody that is important or had given an important insight into that rune, and we see what they have said about it rune, so that you can compare what they've said, how does it compare with what's in the rune poems and what is in the Havamal, and what we can get from Odin's rune poem. Then we go a bit little into interpretation. We look at it from a science perspective, or a pseudoscience if you want to call it that, because it's looking at what does the runes mean in more abstract terms. So we take away all the personal experience and just look at it as a force or forces and how they interact, what do they mean, what do they do. And then we look at virtue cultivation. If you have listened to any of my other vlog entries, you will know that virtue is very strong in the way that we approach the runes and we teach the runes. And this specifically look each rune at how do we interpret from a virtue perspective, an ethics perspective. And then lastly, there is much more depth in the runes. So we're looking at an esoteric interpretation. What does it mean for humanity, human development, spiritual development, if we understand the rune correctly? So we are moving from the mythical through to the historic, through to the scholarly or the practical view, to the scientific view, to the virtue ethical view, and then the esoteric significance. And that's basically how every chapter is looking at. All of them are using the same 7-level pattern so that you can compare them. And then right at the end of the last chapter, I put them all together again, where you can see each of these views as a rune story. So I'm looking at all the 18 runes and I take you through them all in detail. This is a book that is not going to make scholars happy. It's not going to make the historians happy. But if you want to practice the runes and you want to really get behind what other people have said, how you can interpret it, and you want to go into really deep depth, this book is the right book. I've got 2 companion little booklets. They are smaller. The one that's probably the most important book for me, in the 18 Runes of Odin's Havamal, I put forward a Knight's Creed. And that is where, if you practice the runes, it will bring you to a certain way of looking at life. And it's good to say, where are taking me? If I practice the runes, where will it take me to, and how will it look? And the Rune's Creed is basically saying how each of the 18 runes will color, change, transform your way of looking at life. Now, that is not a definite end point. Everybody is different, everybody sees things different. But a Knight's Creed gives a real, not just ethical, but a real lived experience of these runes. Now, the Letters of the Ahriman Knight is in the complementary book. It basically tells you where the Knight's Creed is taking you. So it is written in, I'm a big fan of Stoicism and Seneca, and it's almost written in the same style of Seneca's letters to Lucius explaining Stoicism. This is a book of letters written by the elder knight to the younger knight, how to live the Knight's Creed. And it is very simple, short letters that tells us what does it mean in practice if you're living the Knight's Creed. And then that ends up with how the Knight's Creed leads to a dialogue between yourself and the divine, depending on how you define the divine, without giving the divine a specific image. It talks about that interaction with the divine. And then last but not least is more for young people. This is Odin's Odyssey. It is a reimagination of a young Odin learning from his mother about the runes and then stepping out to go and search for the runes. There's a lot of wisdom in this little book. It has a lot of important things in there. So it's not a book to be read too lightly, but it's got nice illustrations, and it's a way to introduce the concept of the runes in a very basic way to people, or to younger people who want to start somewhere. So those are my 4 books at the present moment. If you want to just have an easy read, go for The Quiet Light. It is really about living with simplicity, learning to just enjoy life. If you want to really go into depth, into the Ahriman runes, the 18 runes of Odin's Havamal is that. If you want to understand the ethics and the chivalry behind the Ahriman runes, then the Letters of the Ahriman Knight will do for you. And then if you want to just have a nice read about and a reimagination and thinking new, this is not a scholarly work. It's not giving you accurate myth. it is myth retold in a modern context and to make it more interesting to look at. But as I say, don't underestimate the value of this little book in the whole picture. I am going to, at some stage, switch this whole flock towards my books. So I will go through each chapter of the theoretical books, and I will go through the practical steps, and that will sort of take you through the whole book. So if you can wait, you don't have to buy it. You can just wait. At some stage we'll get there, but it will probably take a few years to get through everything. If you want to get there quicker, it's easier to buy the book, but it is available on Amazon. If you want to have it, go and read it. I'll just engage here, and please leave a comment. It really makes a big difference to do the effort to talk to you. And if there's something that you specifically want to know, don't hesitate to ask. I don't say that I've got all the answers. I don't have got all the techniques. I know a lot, but by far I also am still learning, growing every day. Thank you.